Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's having a great week. It's been about 8 months since I posted a video like this, so if I'm going to be jumping around, I apologize. Kind of got to get back in the swing of things. But I've been noticing a lot of stuff here, and I think a big value that I did add to the baseball community is these long talks, just kind of explaining my inputs on things, so figured I'd give it a shot and retry it. Now I have a little bit more time to do so, too. So this topic is going to be pertaining to in-season, and it's just going to be defining what an active recovery day is and a rest day, when you should use it, what's the difference between the two, can you do both, what are the benefits, et cetera, right? So typically, like especially high schoolers, we're going to be playing probably anywhere 3-4 games a week. College guys, we're probably playing 4, 6. So we're kind of like in the weed of things, and it's usually spread out 4 to 5 days of high intensity game like, with practice. So we are working with few days that we are off, and we need to make sure we pick and choose how we can maximize our time to recover so that when we get to our games or our important practices, we're fresh, right? So what are they? A rest day. Simple enough, rest. You don't do much of anything. Sleep, eat, do your homework. Hell, just do something that's not inducing stress on the body, any sort of external stressors, get rid of them. And then when we're talking about active recovery days, we're talking about light movement, probably no more than 60, 70% exertion. You're getting the blood flow moving. You're just, especially to the muscles surrounding the throw, so scap, shoulders, back, the whole body, let's be honest. And then if you were to give like examples of this, probably like a lift, maybe some sort of like conditioning to elevate your heart rate, or light catch, maybe, but they're important. They're both good. We just have to worry about when to use them and what would fit best for us, right? And typically what I do is I would, in an in-season throwing program both within a week if you're able to, right? For active recovery days, the benefits are that you are getting blood flow to the area that may be sore or tired or tight, right? If we ice something, that's actually delaying the actual thing to recover. Ice may help with swelling, but that's why I usually don't recommend icing, because we're delaying the actual effects of what we're looking to do. So active recovery is really good. It could be yoga, just we're elevating our heart rate, we're getting blood flow just so we can recover, right? And it's nice, light, easy. A lot of guys do like lifts on these days for like team stuff. Rest days, nothing, right? And if you take one thing from this video, sleep and food are king. Regardless, that is the best way you are going to recover. And I think what a lot of people miss is it depends on like the volume of things, right? If you're a starting pitcher, there's a good chance you have 2 very high intensity days, the bullpen leading up to like a start, and the start itself, obviously. Between that, you're probably doing medium intensity days, that's 2. We have 3 days in a week. I would require at least like 1 off day just to recover from that high intensity throwing, right? An active recovery day may be looking the day after or 2 days after that start, just to get the blood flow back to the muscles involved in the throw, just so that we can bounce back faster, right? But it is volume dependent. If you're a relief guy who acquired like an inning over the course of the week, you probably would be leaning more towards an actual like active recovery day rather than a rest day, right? So that's a variable that we'd have to like keep in consideration. But when it comes to actually like recovering, a big thing that I see is we don't necessarily like dial back when we need to, right? Active recovery, I said 60 to 70% maximum, right? We aren't going to recover our central nervous system if what we do isn't related to throwing, but we still go ridiculously hard, right? Mike Israetel on the Elite FTS podcast made a joke about this. He works with like powerlifters, and it would be similar, as he would state, to a powerlifter for like a deload week, not lifting heavy. They'd probably be like, thank God. And instead of that, the coach would be like, hey, we're just going to like run a marathon. Nothing to do with the actual lifting, but still like very taxing, right? So would he truly recover from running a marathon? No, because it's super high intensity, right? So I see if we are to do an active recovery day, it's fantastic. Just make sure like it's meeting the right like exertion levels. We have to be able to bounce back here. Lastly, the main thing here is just kind of my personal opinion. As long as we're prioritizing food and our sleep 8 to 9 to 10 hours a night, we're going to be able to definitely like push better, because there is nothing else that can certainly recover from that. And as long as we don't push these recovery days, we won't need to have as many rest days, right? Movement is better than non-movement, but less is certainly more. And just remember, like if you are taxed, your body's usually telling you something, so dial back.